How's it going? Josue back again with another video on Hear Me Raw. And today I want to talk to you guys about yourself, about the self. Now, many people have different definitions of like how they want to define themselves, and really we are undefinable. Like, you can't really define what we are, who we are. You can't really define existence. You can't really define life. Life is like an enigma wrapped in another enigma. It's a never-ending puzzle. As soon as you think you got it figured out, another chapter opens, another dimension opens, another door opens. But today I want to talk about your relationship with yourself. And I talk about that relationship as being the most important one. In a lot of ways, when you think about it philosophically, is you're always in a relationship with yourself, no matter what. Even if it's not just you and your body and your mind and things like that, your relationship with somebody else is a reflection of your relationship with yourself. Everything that happens in your life is always a reflection of your relationship with yourself. And also too, once you have found love and you have found true love, you realize that you can actually see yourself and others. Like, everyone's your reflection, and it's beautiful. So the relationship with yourself, that is the most important one. And then I think something that many of us struggle with is our bodies. We are not a fan of our bodies. We don't like our bodies. We think our bodies are inadequate, and we have a lot of social media. We have a lot of outside stimuli that kind of pushes us in the direction to compare ourselves to others, to compare our bodies to others, to make us think that there is like an ideal body out there, that there's a body type that we should all be chasing for, and that if we're not that type, that we are less and that we are not as good, And the thing of it is, like, the people that we're chasing after, the bodies that we're chasing after, most of it is not even real. There's a lot of Photoshop going on, there's a lot of staging happening, and it's not real. And we're getting to a world that's really very much artificial, very shallow, very superficial. And we kind of have to get away with that. We have to get back to love, to true love. And that true love has to be with you and and yourself. That's where it all begins. Love yourself first. Love yourself first. If you cannot love yourself first, you're going to have a hard time loving anybody else. Because we spend the most time with ourselves. Even if we are running away from ourselves, subconsciously we are constantly talking to ourselves. We're constantly repeating things to ourselves in our subconscious mind. So if you think you're ugly, if you think that your body, if you're thinking bad thoughts about your body, you don't think those thoughts just once. If you have that thought, you're thinking about it every day. And you're thinking about it over and over and over and over and over again, till that thought becomes your reality, till that thought becomes true to you. So even if you're not, going through the journey within and spending some time with yourself, you're still technically spending some time with yourself. You're just doing it unconsciously, and then you're having the opposite effect of what you want, because you're not paying attention to what's going on, to what's going into your subconscious mind. You might be watching too much news. You might be watching too much. You might be on too much social media and following these pages, these fake pages, and be comparing yourself all the time. You might be comparing yourself to your friends. Though you're having those thoughts, but you're not checking in with yourself and asking yourself, why am I comparing myself to others? Why can't I just love myself? You're not asking yourself those questions if you're doing it unconsciously. So you got to be conscious about your relationship with yourself. If you're conscious about your relationship with yourself, you will be in a better place to push yourself forward. You'll be in a better place to get closer to love. You'll be in a better place to get closer to happiness, because it is very hard. It is very hard to be happy if you're not in love with yourself. Because if you're not in love with yourself, you have a hard time being with yourself. If you're alone, you're going to feel as if like you need to do something, like you need to watch TV, you need to call somebody, you need to text somebody, that you need attention, because you're not truly paying attention to yourself, and you're going to seek everything that you need outside of you, even though it's already within you. Everything that you need, affection, you can give it to yourself. Love, you can give that love to yourself. Appreciation, you can give that love, you can give that appreciation to yourself on a daily basis. When you wake up first thing in the morning, you can just be thankful to be alive, and then do a body check and just think your brain, think your eyes, think your lips, think your nose, your hair, your hands, your organs, your bones, your skin. Think your cells. You know, you can think all these things. Check in with yourself every day and give thanks. Love yourself. I guarantee you, once you really do truly start to love yourself, amazing things happen. And truly, like, as within, so without. So when you have all that love bubbling within, you just start loving yourself. You get away from the zigzag life. It's a zigzag. It's a roller coaster life of, like, you wake up one day and you think you look good, the next you think you look bad. You're going back and forth, up and down, and then someone else can come into the picture and say something about you, and then that affects you. So now you're a slave. Your life is like a gamble now. Your happiness is a gamble. You're rolling the dice with your happiness instead of cultivating that own happiness within, cultivating that love within. So you got to be conscious about it. You definitely have to be conscious about this, because when you live a life like that, it's tough. It's tough to be happy. It's really tough to be happy. And I used to do that. I used to do that all the time. Just, I'll be waiting on somebody to tell me that I'm beautiful. But now I tell myself that I'm beautiful. And truly, for surely, like, as within, so without, now that I'm in love with myself and I don't criticize myself as much as I used to, I still do sometimes. We're humans. We're not perfect. And I kind of grew up most of my life talking myself down. So it's going to take some time to fully be out of it. And I might never be fully out of it. I might never. And that's okay. But at least I'm conscious about it and I'm working towards it. And I have these practices in line, to make sure that I'm showing up for myself. You have to show up for yourself. Most of us, we're not showing up for ourselves. We're trying to show up for everybody else, but we don't show up for ourselves. And if we don't show up for ourselves, we can't show up for anybody else. You got to fill your glass first. There's no way around it. But yes, with all this love that I have within me now, like, of course, I'm happier a lot more. My body and anything like that does not bring me a negative vibe anymore. I'm not judging my body. I'm not putting any harm in my body. I'm loving my body as it is. I'm kind of like just letting it happen. I'm letting my hair grow. And I'm just allowing myself to be, and it's beautiful. And the beautiful thing is, I meet people all around, like, and then they just stop. They'll just stop whatever they're doing, look at me, and just give me the best compliments. This happens so often. I'm just like, whoa, this never used to happen before. But now that I'm loving myself, love yourself, and the universe will love you back. What you put out, you get back. It's true. I've seen it. It happens. It's a law. It's a universal law. So another thing about the body is, many of us, it's not secret. Especially in the United States, there's a lot of overweight people and there's a lot of obese people. And even the ones that are not overweight or obese still have body image issues. Like, we still don't like our bodies. Like, I remember when I was, like, really ripped in the gym, I still did not love my body. I was still trying to go to the gym many times a week, eating a lot of protein, trying to achieve that body. I was still not happy with myself. So many of us suffer this. It's not just people that are overweight or obese. It's like the majority of people. There are people that you look at them like, oh my God, you're so sexy, you're so fine. But when you meet them and when you talk to them, you might find out that they're not even happy with their bodies. So it's a mental thing. It definitely is a mental thing. It's also has to do with what we are feeding our senses. I truly came to love myself when I went on a mostly raw diet. When I was raw vegan, that started my journey to going within and truly loving myself and accepting myself the way that I am, because I finally felt like I belonged, and I finally felt that it was okay to be different, to be me, to be unique. And I just kind of owned that. And I'm me, and I've appreciated everything that comes with me the way that it is. And I'm not trying to change it. I'm just expressing myself. So there's that. So definitely what you're eating, what you feed your senses, it's all important. Not just what you're putting in, but the diet is important. I think the diet is key. Food is information. If you're eating unnatural foods filled with fear and all that stuff and sadness, you're going to be saying a lot of things to yourself. You're going to be very mad with yourself. You're going to be very sad with yourself. If you're eating fruits and vegetables, raw fruits and vegetables, if you're eating a lot of that stuff, good information, you're going out into nature, you're surrounding yourself with good people, it changes everything. It helps you feel better about yourself, because if you do surround yourself with better people, guess what? They're going to be a lot nicer. They're going to be telling you your good things. They're going to be telling you good things about you. Many of us, we are in relationships where we're always being criticized or judged. Nobody's thanking us for anything. Nobody's showing their appreciation. Nobody's showing their love. Nobody's hugging you. You know, it's fake. It's a selfish. So you have to kind of get out of that. So what you're feeding your senses, your environment, it all matters. It all plays a part. Something else that a lot of us do is the fact that, like I said, we say these things to ourselves all the time, these negative thoughts about our bodies, like anything that we don't like about our bodies. I mean, literally, we can complain about the simplest things. Like there were mornings where I would wake up in the morning, look at myself in the mirror, and my day would go south just because I would notice that my skin wasn't like evenly colored, like it was just like different variations of brown, like it was uneven, and I noticed it around my eyes, and that literally like dropped, like my mood was gone for that day. As far as I was concerned, I was ugly, and that lowered my mood. Simple things like that, and it's sad. That's just one example of something that can really bring your whole mood down. But let's talk about people that are overweight or obese, and they don't like where their body's at. It's kind of bad, and I would say it's kind of harsh. It's kind of harsh to your body. Think about your body. It's a relationship. You have a relationship with your body, and your body, all that it does is it does its best to keep you alive, so that way you can follow your dreams, so that you can express yourself and do what you came here for. And everything that it does is because of that. Even the diseases that you get is because of that. You're overweight or obese because your body is trying to keep you alive. It is stretching. It is doing all that it can to keep you living. You're putting all this stuff into it, and it's not coming out. Your body has to do that. So some of us kind of get angry and we get mad at our bodies, but all our bodies are trying to do is keep us alive. You think about it, your heart never ever stops beating. If your heart stops beating, you die. How often do you thank your heart for its hard work? Even when you're sleeping and everything, your heart is still working. Your cells are always continuously working. How often do you thank your cells? It's very sad how rude and how cruel we can be to our bodies. Not only after doing some terrible things to them, feeding them terrible things, things like that, but then we're feeding them terrible thoughts, and we're literally mad at them. But all they are doing is keeping us alive. So that's something I want you to think about if you have any negative thoughts towards your body. Thank your body. Thank your body for all that is done. Thank your body for having helped you made it this far. Like I said, even the diseases is to tell you that you need to do something. That your body's crying out for help when you get a disease. So let's not get mad about that either. But thank your body. And after you have thanked your body for all that is done for you, for keeping you alive all this time, thank yourself for having made it this far. We have to thank ourselves as well. It's not easy. Many people commit suicide. If you're still here, if you're still strong enough to still be here, thank yourself for having made it here. Thank yourself for being here. Thank yourself for watching this video, for wanting to uplift your mood, for wanting to love your body. Thank yourself for taking that step. This is not easy stuff to do at all. This is not easy stuff to do at all. Many of us find it hard to get help, to find help, to even admit that we need help. So thank yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself, and do not be so hard on your body. So that's my video for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one if you have not already. And of course, hit the bell to be notified for more videos. And I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.